Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today's episode, we're going to be interviewing Dustin and Lisa from SouthCacks. Stop sticking at your tongue. It turns me on.
My jawline is actually kind of hurting. My stupid mask.
We're going to be talking to them about their paranormal experiences, what type of equipment they use, best investigations, and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoy the show. It should be a good one. It always is with SouthCack and Brandon. If you guys haven't already, please sub to our channel, throw some likes up. We got 78. We're trying to get to our goal of 100
Also,
by the end of the first set of shows we're going to be doing. So that's what we like, if it happens, it happens. But like I said, tonight's episode is all going to be all about paranormal. We're going to be going over different types of equipment, different types of freaking investigations, some collabs that we have coming up in the next, hopefully soon.
I'm excited. I want to go.
Me too.
Going out doing investigations, a little over a year. It's always been part of, it's always been part of my life. And it's not going out investigating, but spirits in general.
Right. What was your first paranormal experience? As a child or as an adult?
As a child. Several times as a child.
What happened?
Let's see. Well, the first one that really got me is, I can't remember how old I was. I used to see stuff when I was like 6 or 7 years old. There'd be all kinds of crap going on in the room. Like the first one I saw, I woke up, probably about 5 or 6. I woke up and I looked up, and in the closet there was a shadow figure standing there. It's normally shadow figures for the most part through the early years. When I was about 12 or 13, I don't know, I was laying in my bed and I had the radio on.
Right.
I had a weight bench in my room as you came in the door. And where we lived, it was an apartment complex. And I heard what sounded like someone coming down the hall. You could hear the footsteps on the carpet, as they walked through. And I got about to my bedroom, and I looked up, and a black shadow figure stepped into the bedroom, sat down on the weight bench, and was just staring. Now, as a kid, they used to terrify the hell out of me. So I seen this, and I lost my shit. I'm throwing stuff at it. I'm like, Mama! My mama coming. They always say she's not part of the paranormal. She don't care about the paranormal that much. But she's also had a lot of stories herself. They've always focused on her and messed with her, and same thing to me. And so that was probably one of the first known ones. But I used to see it all the time. They used to visit me all the time. They'd pop up at random times. I've seen shadow figures move down the hall, because we used to switch bedrooms. We used to move back when I was a kid. My mom and I used to move our bedrooms back and forth. And one night I woke up and I seen shadow figure. It was a woman, it was a female, and she had a purse, and she was walking down the hall, and I could see the shadow on the wall. And she was walking down the hall, and as she walked down, I could see the shadow. And then there is that other time when I was about 11 years old that my mom was messing with the Ouija board, and she just all of a sudden just dropped right on the table. And next thing you know, she stands up. Her voice is different. Her eyes are jet black, and her voice is different. So that's why I don't mess with the Ouija board.
I've only messed with the Ouija board once, and it was during an experiment. I'm sure you guys all saw the video and stuff like that. I don't know if I still have that video where we blindfolded Roger and I blindfolded. Remember, went to that murder scene that we all went to, and we got some good, interesting responses there. We just wanted to see if the Ouija board actually worked or whatnot, and I haven't used it since. I don't like play with Ouija boards too much. Definitely ain't gonna ever do one in my house or anything like that.
Sure.
Now, what was the first place you guys went out and actually investigated?
The first place we actually went to investigate was Old Stone Church in Clemson, South Carolina. And that was, well, basically we heard about the witch Eliza, and that's what really made us go out there.
Right.
But we were new to it. We hadn't got the hang of the whole video thing, the whole talking, getting the story right. So we stumbled on that one. We threw it up there, and then we turned around and we redid it, tried to make it look better, because the angles were all, I had the phone up like this, and I was taking, and it would turn it back, and it was just retarded. So we just went back and redid the whole video.
Right on. I understand that. Trust me, I don't have a clue how to edit. Obviously, it's in my YouTube channel, for examples. For the show, it's all edited by that guy. Okay.
I had said it for years and years. I'm gonna go do this, but when I first started, when I first got the idea for it, like I said, when I was young,
yeah,
spirits used to freak me out. They terrified me. I'd be running out of the apartment, run down the street, or go to somebody else's house, and I hear a noise or something, or I'd see something, I'd just be out. I dip, and then as I got older, the more they just kept coming. They kept coming. They just would visit me more and more, and I kind of got used to them. And then later, as you get older, I just, I thought about it. I've lost a lot of people close to me in our family. Our family, we've lost a lot of our family members,
Right.
And it really, as you get older, it makes you start thinking. You start thinking, well, where do I go? Am I going to see them again? How was, you start questioning, and you're like, I got to know that there's something else. I got to know for a fact there's something else that I have. You read the Bible, it tells you, when you go to heaven, you'll be reunited with your family and such. Right. But what really hits home is I want to know for sure that when I leave here, it's not just darkness.
Yeah.
And then, I had called, like, we talked about it before, I had called, like, because they were pretty much the first ones to do it. It's ghost hunters. I watched ghost hunters back when they were tabs and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to do this, but I really couldn't get anybody to go with me and do it. Then YouTube came around, and I didn't realize people were actually doing it on YouTube. And it wasn't but a few years ago, I was like, well, shit. I've seen I've seen a few people doing it that are for YouTubers now, but I was like, well, shit, we can do this. Because I didn't realize people were doing it. I used YouTube to, like, just look up stuff or music. I had no clue that people were out doing, investigations and stuff like that. And I'd always wanted to do it because I got that. I changed because I went from fearing them to being curious, to being, I want to know more.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
And all that fear went away. I don't fear them. I'm not afraid of them. I want answers. I'm not, when I'm in the cemetery, I'm not all about that other crap. I'm not, if they pop up, well, here's my chance. Stay. Let's communicate. Let me get what I needed. I want get more information out of this, this contact between the two of us. I don't.
Right.
No, it's what you're supposed to do.
And that's the only way you're going to find out.
Now, don't you think it's funny that there is some paranormal investigators that complain, state that they're atheists? Well, if you're atheist, then why are you ghost hunting?
Yeah.
But
it doesn't make any sense.
Itself.
Because you have no concept of it.
Yeah, you don't have no faith and nothing like that. You don't believe in like you believe that when you die, and that's it.
All right, that's it. It's complete darkness.
Yeah. So why you up doing paranormal investigations?
Doesn't make any sense to me.
And
or you claim witchcraft and don't know what the heck you're really doing in the first place.
That's true.
What type of equipment do you guys use or prefer?
We don't use nothing fancy. We don't have any of the major toys. We started using the necrophonics, and that's about all we do. Other than us ourselves communicating, interacting ourselves, and you can do that, but the equipment, your camera or whatever, because we use our phones. And, a lot of times it doesn't pick up what you're actually hearing. I mean, you could sit there and have a conversation with a spirit. They could be standing right in front of you, and the camera's most likely not going to pick it up.
No, it's not going to.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like the necrophonics, but I'm not 100%, that it's accurate. But it's clear. I don't like the other speaker. I mean, the spirit boxes. I don't like that white noise. I don't like all that.
90% of the time when I use
all that crap. But
90% of the time when I use my SB7, I also use the Wonder Box, which is fine tuned to actually pull out the voices and then it slows it down. You should try that with an SB7. That's what I find out the best. As far as the necrophonics, you already know how I feel. I mean, I'm very skeptical on it because I just don't believe that you're going to get a response at every single place that you went. You know what I'm saying? Like with the SB7, I mean, when I first get one and I take it apart, I take out the antenna, I take out the screen, all that fun stuff that, just legitimize in my mind more of the evidence. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Yeah, I mean, it's like basically, all these TV channels like Ghost Adventures, and when they first started, you guys, when it's set up, they'd be pulling all these cables and all these cameras and all these devices. And I'm like, man, I don't have time for all that. If something something living or comes at me and I got a dip, I don't have time to be going around grabbing all this stuff,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've gone on one investigation. It was at the 360 house. And that was probably the longest setup I've ever had in my life. Like, never again. We set up our whole DVD system, fucking security cameras in every single room or anything like that. And it took like 2 hours to set that whole shit up. I'm like,
damn.
Why? It's going to be like, you got to add that every single camera. Now you got to reset them and review it and everything like that. It took me like about 6 days just to review all the footage. I'm like, no.
I mean, it'd be nice to like, you're doing an abandoned you're doing an abandoned building or something, whatever. It's a small building, like a little small building, house, whatever. It'd probably be okay to set up I like to probably start doing that. Set up a camera on the bottom floor, so when you're up doing something else, you might get something there, and then you review the footage later. But as far as I'm not gonna go on an investigation and pull out 20 freaking investigation devices.
Are you done?
Right.
When I don't need all that. I mean, we may invest in the EMF reader, and Lisa would like to invest in 2 meters and stuff like that. But that's as far as I'm really gonna go with all that. I like to have a night vision cam.
Yeah.
I
have like my camera. I can switch between full spectrum, night vision, whatever. The only thing I bring by, like when I'm going out and doing an investigation by myself, is I'm just going to bring my EVP recorder, my cell phone, and my full spectrum camera. Yeah. I'm not going to bring the SLS. I'm not going to bring the Wonder Box, the SB7. I'm not going to bring the K2, the EMF reader, or anything like that. I'm just going to leave all that behind. I'm just going out by myself with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
That's how I want to roll, and it's quick. I can throw the shit in my pocket. I don't have to spend time getting everything all set up and everything like that. Can you see the chat? Okay, I'm going to put this one on the screen so you guys can see it better. I don't know. I don't really understand this question. So,
It's not that much.
I don't
It's
want
running hardships. What?
do you understand that question at all?
to ship
The
them.
paradise is surrounded by hardships, and the fire is surrounded by fires.
I'm confused.
I'll figure that one out, bro.
I have
There's no
no idea.
pictures involved, so you wouldn't know.
Exactly. There's no pictures involved, so.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of on that is the world itself, that we're all surrounded by hardships with family members, like Dustin stated earlier.
Yeah.
So many people have passed away in their lifetime. The fire, you never know who's going to heaven or hell.
Yeah.
And then the desires, we want to, I guess, have the desire to do what we do to make it right for everybody.
Smarter than I am, buddy.
No, it's not really. It's just, ow. Just random things off the top of my head sometimes.
I totally get that.
Y'all know I have different beliefs. I'm always spilling my freaking tongue all over Twitter. I don't have a problem, I'll say what's on my mind. If it comes out there, I'm gonna say something.
Right.
But
Exactly.
we're a YouTube channel. We're all YouTube. We're not TV shows. We're not Ghost Adventures. We're not.
Try to explain to people, it's like, when I go out and do an investigation, I'm not going to have like all the responses. I'm not going to always have these crazy experiences or whatnot. Sometimes it's just going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just going to have an experience, and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to go to a house and find out there's nothing. You're not going to get nothing. But does it drive you not to post that? Why not? It shows people that, hey, I'm real. I'm not going to post bullshit stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's not always going to be entertaining.
Yes.
Sometimes it's going to be absolutely freaking drag. Sometimes you're like, okay, well, here's a gravestone. What do you have? You have nothing left. It's not. But although we don't have that, I'm not going to go. If something does happen, we hear a noise, I'm not going to go, oh, what was that? I'm not going to over dramatize it. I'm going to keep on doing what I do.
And not every place has a demon.
That is true. 100%.
There is not a demon behind you every single place you go to.
I agree.
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
Curious.
Hey, so now, Dustin, you said that you had one when you were 11 and stuff like that. Now, did you ever talk to it and like respond to it, like try to have conversations with it?
Not until I was older. I didn't really try to speak to the spirits until I got older. Because, like I said, they scared the hell out of me. I mean, they freaked me out. I was trying to run the other way.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I was asking you that is because there's a theories out there that's saying that a lot of kids' imaginary friends are spirits.
True.
And as you get older, certain people lose their sight to seeing spirits. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be connected. Like, you guys down there. I mean, you guys are connected to the dead just like I am. But certain people lose that as they get older. You know what I'm saying? And you have people talking to imaginary friends, and like children, I think, can talk to spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call them easier than adults can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they wasn't really inviting. Like they wasn't like friendly. They didn't come at me as another child or whatever. They were black shadows, and they just freaked the hell out of me. But then as I got older, I just started talking to them. I'd be more calm about it. Okay, I know you're here. Let's, all right. Why, the same stuff we doing on investigations, but it was the same. Be right there, where I was at the time. And then there is occasions, not always, that I can go into a place and I can pick up on it. I'm not saying I'm a medium or whatever, but on occasion, there is times that I can go inside somewhere and I can just it hits me right away. And then with me, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. It smells for me. If I get a certain type of smell in an environment, I don't, I'm kind of weary about the whole place.
All right. That's cool, Carrie.
But yeah, Lisa's kind of new to the whole deal. I want to ask her some questions.
All right, so Lisa, what was your first paranormal experience?
Hell's Gate. When we went to that cemetery.
I want to go.
True.
Yeah, that one got me good. So.
Yeah. Well, like, what happened? Like, that got you?
Started off like hearing growls and everything, and then I don't know. I got this really creepy feeling, like cold chills everywhere. And I've learned every time I get that feeling, there's pretty much going to be activity.
Yeah.
So
I'm starting to go by that too. It ain't no more about me because you were just saying. I think that once you become not afraid of them anymore.
Yeah.
When you want to interact with them and you call them out, that's when they're more typically to leave you alone. But when you're new to it and you're still a non-believer or whatever, I think they tend to be drawn more to that person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening to her. So, like you said, when you do get older, you kind of lose a little bit of that.
Right.
They don't visit you as much, But I think it's starting to happen to her on different occasions. And I started to trust that when she gets that feeling. Right. I kind of go, okay, all right, I'm gonna trust you on this because, like when we did the asylum, before everybody else got there, we were there 2 hours by ourselves. So we decided let's go in one of the other buildings. And as soon as she stepped foot in that building, she got an awkward feeling. She started getting that feeling she did out in Hell's Gate. And
I didn't even have to step foot in the building before I got that feeling.
Yeah. Once we got in there, at first, as soon as we stepped in there, I was fine. But then as soon as we went down this hall, and if she ever gets the video out, you'll see the hall that I'm talking about. And as I look down that hall, I actually start getting creeped out. So it's serious if I'm getting creeped out, because it takes a lot to really freak me out on it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like it. Nothing much really scares me. I mean, I've only been scared on 2 investigations, everyone too. I mean, that's just me. I was scared at the poorhouse tunnel, which I'm trying to get Sam to come with me again because I was thinking about doing it this weekend, going up there because it's like a half-hour drive from us.
I want to go.
Go right ahead. Have fun.
Come
I'm on call this weekend.
You won't feel
This will be the best week we can do it, though.
Have fun with that tunnel. Trust me.
Don't leave me and go up there.
No, you're just going to have to go and say screw on call. Let them deal with it themselves.
Yeah.
Freeze while
this.
Ain't plunge your damn toilet by yourself and you got issues. I ain't coming out there
It's
plunging
more
damn
than
toilet.
just plunging toilets. Make my job sound at least a little interesting.
Well, I'm just saying, that's the kind of crap she has to deal with.
Well, no, this weekend it's going to be my air doesn't work because it's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot here too.
It's a honeymoon to a shitty job.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get a fan.
I was thinking about going up there this weekend and doing it. I still haven't showered because I still got until Tuesday. I have to go back to work.
True.
But
I'm sitting here contemplating. I'm like,
Go for
should
it.
we?
You would enjoy the tunnel.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be that long of an investigation. Like, probably end up going up there and spending probably like a couple hours tops. Maybe 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours tops.
You can get in, get out.
If I can stand it, because if you're connected, all you're gonna hear is children's voices singing. You're gonna hear some demonic shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear a lot of occult stuff. honest to God truth, the last time I was there, it really did haunt my dreams. I know Brandon knows about that. Like, I sent him videos and stuff like that. I was just having really demonic dreams of like walls bleeding, freaking demonic images coming through my mind and stuff like that. I really didn't sleep that much and everything like that.
None of us did.
Hey, thanks, Kill Hut. I appreciate it, man. I really do.
I got a story for you.
Okay.
My mom doesn't mind because my mom, like I said, they've always been drawn to my mom too. My mom, they'd come to my mom and just have conversations with her. But there's one spirit that I like to, speak about. But my grandmother also dealt with the same spirit.
Yeah.
All right, my mom back in the, I guess, mid-70s lived in my granddad's house in North Carolina. And it was always said that there was some old lady in a robe that was in that house. And apparently she didn't like women. She hated women or was jealous. Anyway, Mom said that she was laying in her bed one night and she just happened to look up and hover above her. The lady had a lady in a pink robe or whatever color robe was hovering above her with a freaking knife, telling her, "He's mine. He's mine. I'll kill you. Get out."
Oh, no shit.
Mama ended up getting her shit. My mama was probably 16, 17 years old, got her shit. She got the hell out of there. And she didn't go back for many years.
Right.
My grandmother hadn't told a story that she was alone one afternoon in the house. And she decided she was going to go take a nap. And she heard footsteps coming down the hall. And she knew nobody else was in the hall or in the house. And she said she laid there in the bed. She said she heard them come in and she could hear loud breathing. And she knew she was rolled over. They were on the opposite side she was on. She was on her side. And she said, I heard them come up to the side of the bed. I could hear the breathing. She said, I was not about to move. It was that same old lady, whatever lady that was in that house. She didn't mess with men. It was always the women. Both my grandmother and my mama both had issues with this spirit.
I mean, I've heard of spirits doing that, being more apt to communicate with one sex to the other. Man, it's pretty, creepy. I feel bad for your mom. I'm sure she was freaked out for many years over it,
I wish I could but she's not really into it. You know what I'm saying? That's not what she does. But I wish I could get her to tell her stories because she's very in tune with the spirits. They've always
make sure she comes here.
Yeah, really. If she ever decides to do so,
come here.
Mama, this is where you need to come and tell your story.
Now, what do you think is the best evidence you guys have of the paranormal?
Best evidence.
Probably stuff y'all haven't seen yet.
See, hush.
So, because I haven't put that video together yet.
Go ahead, and you can still tell us.
Yeah. Give us all a sneak peek of it.
Yeah, sneak peek. And we're going to put you guys' link and
Kind of
stuff.
got me.
The grass.
Oh, the grass.
Jeez.
The grass. We're smoking the grass.
No.
No, I'm not. No. If you've watched the other videos from James the Fam, Chelsea, and AK Explorations, you've probably seen their nighttime cemetery scenes or video, right?
From where we went to the asylum a couple
From the
weeks
asylum a couple weeks ago. Okay, well, there is a part before they all do their video. It is Kevin, Lisa, and me. We're all down in this corner of the cemetery. And we're doing an necrophonics. We're just doing our thing. And we're watching in the center of where we're all standing, the grass starts bending down, like someone's stepping on it. And so as Lisa and I, we do our thing, we're like, well, all right, I see you there. Come to us. So they start. The spirit actually moves to Lisa. Star wants to come to Lisa, or wants to come to me, but it's not comfortable with me. So I asked the spirit, I asked him, if Lisa comes closer, will you come to her? And as I do that, you can actually see the grass start folding down like someone's stepping on it. Works its way to me, to Lisa. So that's probably, and that if you watch the other videos, you've seen that where they kind of get all hysterical, that point. But you also got to take in consideration that there was grasshoppers in this grass, and these blades of grass are probably 10 inches long. When the grasshopper hits the blade, the grass, it pops back up.
Yeah.
But not all this was. And then there's other times where maybe somebody has stepped down and the grass was pressed down and it just started to raise itself back up by one of us. But
So it could be debunked if you really wanted to. I mean,
it could be debunked.
There's always going to be the skeptic, whatever type of feeling you're going to get and stuff like that.
But when you're speaking to it and it's actually moving as you coming towards you, as you're saying, come to me, that's where, I mean, we didn't see no grasshoppers at that point. Nobody had stood in that spot.
Oh, don't get me wrong, dude. I've been like, whoa.
Exactly. I mean, you can even hear Kevin go, wow.
Cool. Honest to God truth, it would probably been really cool to see that type of thing. Now, what other type of evidence have you guys gotten over the years?
Over the years, visually evidence?
No. I'm talking about like stuff that like you've like personally experienced.
Oh,
Personal experience. I think those are the best evidence you could ever have.
That is.
Let's see. We picked up an old man at Helen's Bridge in Nashville.
no, it was a cemetery in Nashville.
Cemetery,
You
that's
told
right.
that one. Go ahead, Joe. Now.
So we stopped at the cemetery after Helen's Bridge in Nashville. And Dustin doesn't get spooked easily when we do like paranormal investigating and stuff.
Yeah.
That night I was out of it. I don't know what was. I was jumping at every damn thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, he opens the car door to go back in, and like he fell over. Whatever it was scared the crap out of him, and asked him what was going on. He's like, "Oh, nothing. It's okay." So he gets in. We come back home, and I think it was like 2 days later. I'm driving down the road, coming home from work. And I just happened to look in my rearview mirror, and there sits this old guy right behind me. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what are you doing here, dude? So I get home, and I tell Dustin, and Dustin's like, what do he look like? So I told him, I said, well, he's pretty tall because his head almost hit the top of the Tahoe. I was like, he's balding. I was like, he's an older man. Dustin's like, yeah, we picked him up in North Carolina.
Yeah, I never told her what I had seen. I went to get back in the car, the Tahoe.
Right.
So after she told me what it was, okay, yeah, that's what I seen. He just followed us home. He stayed with us. But
I kicked him out, though. I was like, you gotta go, dude. No more free rides.
Now, here's another question for you. When you guys encounter a spirit that follows you home or anything like that, do you try to pass them over? Do you try to like make them as easy and just to leave you, or do you guys like freak out and be like, "Get the fuck out of here, go"?
No,
they'll be gone.
oh, we kind of ease them to go on.
yeah, we don't freak out.
We don't
So
we don't get pissy with them. We don't try to fight them. We don't try to dag them. We just look. You got to go. You don't belong here.
mm-hmm.
All right, makes sense. Now, have you guys ever done an investigation like a pendulum? You know, like those.
No, I've never done anything like that before. No, I've never done anything like that before. I wouldn't even know how to begin there.
No, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's similar to like a Ouija board or a spirit box type of thing. It'll swing back and forth for yes, swing side to side for no, swing the circles for indecisive. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cool for response wise. Now, after an investigation or anything like that, have you ever had dreams about it? Like certain spirits come to you in their dreams or anything like that?
Not after investigations. Not after an investigation, but I've had spiritual dreams where I've had, loved ones come to me.
Me.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah, also, Lisa just reminded me, I've seen Lisa twice.
Like my doppelganger.
But not in a dream. I was
Yeah.
actually awake.
Are you like talking like a paralysis experience where you're like sleeping paralysis where you're like over your body and her body type of thing?
No, I'm not in paralysis. I can move freely, and no, I've seen it both times where she's laying beside me, but she is not laying beside me. She is standing beside me, in front of me.
It's like I am actually in bed asleep.
She's in bed asleep, but I see her standing, and I've seen it twice, and both times she was standing there smiling at me. Freaked me the hell out.
No, I'd be freaked out too.
And I look over and she's laying in the damn bed. I've seen it twice.
While that shadow figure was in the corner.
And I don't ever hardly dream, so yeah.
No, I dream.
Dreams.
Oh, what,
No, I don't.
what a
Like,
Some people can remember them, some can't.
like if I do dream, I get excited and I'm like, oh my god, I actually had a dream last night. Going on.
Well, yeah, you're right about the paralysis. I did back when I was seeing the shadow figure when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There was one time that I had woke up and I was, like you say, paralyzed pretty much.
Right.
And I went to scream because I was a little kid. And I went to scream, Mama, and it did come out. I was terrified, and it was a shadow figure, and it had moved towards me, come out of my closet, and came towards me and stood there, and it freaked me the hell out. I couldn't speak, it couldn't move.
I mean, have you ever heard of my first paranormal experience, Dustin?
No.
Or at least, I know Brandon has.
Yeah.
My first paranormal experience, I was probably about 5, 6 years old. And we're living in Morgan, Vermont. But a little backstory. I grew up poor. There was a single wide trailer. I didn't have my own bedroom and stuff like that. I went and sleep in my parents' bed as they were gone to work or something like that. We didn't have babysitters. I mean, it was back in the 80s. So y'all didn't. I lived in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But I woke up frozen, and there was a white, like, mist flying over the ceiling fan. And I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't scream. Nothing. And then the next night, I had a dream where I felt like a spirit was inside of me. And I still remember to this day, and I'm 40 years old. And I just yell out the word God. And you see like this white light coming from my mouth and my eyes and stuff like that. And I remember my exact same outfit and everything like that. I was in the middle of a street wearing the 1980s black leather jacket, some jeans, a white t-shirt, all 6-year-old myself. I had my homies with me, you like my little clique of friends, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, that was my type of thing, freaking. And ever since then, I've been connected with the dead. Like, I hear them all the time. They, like, chatter. They scream at me. Like, freaking. I mean, even at work, my work where I work now used to be a morgue back in the 70s.
Wow.
It was like actually a place where they stored, people that recently passed. We still have the freezers and stuff like that, but we store other things in them now.
Well, since you're practically the boss, sir, you should let us come up there and investigate one night.
Yeah.
I mean, I got permission to do an investigation there, but for insurance reasons, they won't let anybody else go there.
Boo.
Man.
But
Because we have quite expensive stuff there. So they don't want nothing getting broke. I wish.
Have you ever woke up and chased around? Did you ever do the whole fight? Did you ever do the whole trying to fight spirits? The whole
No.
getting angry, jumping up?
I've had spirits scare the shit out of me. Like I text Brandon probably about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning where I crashed on the couch and I woke up to a growl right in my face.
yeah,
About 2 inches from my face, and I woke up just again. I'm like, whoa. Like, okay, I'm going my happy ass in bed now. And
that's how I would deal with them as like my teens or whatever. I would do like if they could mess with me, I kind of just try to be badass or whatever. Really, I was terrified. But when I don't know, I was probably 18, 19. I had a roommate, and we lived in a trailer. Because I'm not rich. I'm poor, been poor, grew up in the projects. And one day, I don't know, I had worked late. I was sleeping during the day, and I heard somebody in the house. I looked at my door, and there was a man standing there. I don't know, I mean, what in the freaking daggone? I could tell you what color clothes the man had on. And I looked at him and I go, what the? And I jump out of bed to go chase him. I chase him through the daggone trailer. There's nobody there. Door's locked. And this kind of crap's happened to me several times where, there's something in the room, the house with me. I go looking for them and they're not there. Like, I don't know if I've told it to y'all or what. It was a little girl. I was in the bed and I knew there was other people in the house. And I wasn't sure if they were, because they had kids. The people that were staying with us at the time had kids. Right. And I just thought, oh, maybe one of the kids is in here. Because I heard this little girl. Oh, I didn't know it was a little girl, but I heard, the little sandals. You know how they sound when they hit the daggone floor. Well, I heard that, and I was I was facing the other side of the bed. I heard that, and I was like, well, maybe one of the little kids has gotten in here. And I went to look around. Now, mind you, the room was dark, but when I went to look, the room lit up. This little girl, and with brown hair and little curls, went all the way down, and she was in like a yellow sundress. And she had them exact freaking sandals that I had imagined. And she walked around the edge of the bed. She got right to where I was at. She just looked right up at me and she smiled. And then she was gone. And it got dark again.
Oh, wow.
Craziest shit ever, man. I was like, wow. Because it's rare for the kids.
Because when I grew up, I had epilepsy. So people thought I was strange anyways. And this is back in the 80s when people really didn't understand epilepsy or anything like that. So I had to have like a person walk around with me all the way up to the 6th grade. So I really just, I was trying to act normal as possible. I didn't want to be like, hey, I see spirits too. You're spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be walking across like somebody's yard or something like that, going home or something like that, and I'd be grabbed like with my foot or something like that. I just play it off like, okay, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Just keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but
and that's the thing about the 80s and early 90s is if you had an issue outside, there was something wrong with it. I used to take Ritalin when I was. They thought I used to get terrorized because they thought there was something wrong with me when but there was something wrong with me. That's never changed.
I wore a helmet growing up.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean,
I left that part out.
I didn't have Grand Malsey, which was basically where you're like passing out and like basically swallowing your tongue and stuff like that. I had where it was like Zag, begins with a Z. I can't pronounce it right because I can't speak like that. But I'd be like having like staring fits, and all you just see my eyes just going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
So you had silent seizures.
What's that? Yeah.
You had silent seizures.
Yeah. And I was on medication and everything like that. I stopped taking medication when I was 16. Got a waiver to join the military.
Well, I had convulsions and seizures till I was 5.
Yeah. And now, what you call it? what are you guys planning on doing for investigations in 2020, even with coronavirus?
Every damn thing we can. No, we're gonna try to do more, whatever we can find. Do more of it.
Right.
I found a location that I like to check out here. I like to do it this weekend or whenever we get an opportunity. I found a location that's cemetery that's pretty much forgotten. It's back in woods. It's somewhere behind a fire department, trailer park or whatever, but it's down in the woods, and it's supposed to be Civil War. And the person that told me has told me that there has been sightings of Civil War soldiers walking around, all kinds of crazy crap going on.
Cool.
Right.
Plus, on top of that, when the Trail of Tears started, Native Americans through there, a lot of them died right through there. So there's a lot of activity. I hear, I don't know for sure, but I hear there's a lot of stuff going on back there, and I like to check that out.
Yeah. Now, do you ever feel like you're going to a place or something like that? Like, say you're just going down the road and you go to a store or a friend's house where somebody has died. Do you ever feel whoever's past presence there?
Yes. If something like that's happened, or I just, like I said, I get a feeling. It's not only the smell, I get a feeling. I can walk in there and kind of feel that sense of sadness or anger or whatever. But it's not deep. I'm not a medium. I'm not that deep in it. I get a feeling. Like her aunt's house. We stayed with her aunt for a small portion, and we didn't know it at the time, but what was
Her father-in-law?
her father-in-law had died.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know all the circumstances, but one night I went to bed, and I looked up, and at the edge of the bed, he was standing there.
Wow.
And I had told her, I said, and they had seen him in there too. They had stories of him too, but they were okay with it. They didn't have a problem. Like her boyfriend was sitting on the couch, and he felt somebody standing behind him, and he looks back, and it's him. He's standing in the kitchen, right behind him. Didn't bother him. He didn't cause no trouble. That's the thing. He didn't. They're not always out to get you. That's what people think. But they're not all harmful.
True.
And you got to deal with it. But yeah, I do get that same. I do. There's a lot of places I can go in and I can get that feeling, and there's places not at all.
Not at all. I've gone to a lot of places like that where it's supposed to be like this so haunted or whatnot, and I get no feeling at all. I don't really like doing these big public investigations or anything like that because I think the places like get overly investigated or whatever, it somehow draws other energy out of there where they don't want to communicate. They're annoyed, they don't want to talk to you. And I think I get the best results on places that are rarely investigated or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got places like that all the time here.
Yeah.
All the time being investigated, filmed, tagged, and I'm like you. I want to get away from all that junk.
Yeah. I hate that, what you're saying, though. I hate that when you get excited, you're going somewhere, it's supposed to be crazy haunted, and you get there and like, is this it? Is this what we got?
Exactly.
Most of the places that we've gone are supposed to be so haunted. They're supposed to be South Carolina, and most haunted South Carolina places. We go there, and I'm like, okay, except for Hell's Gate. Now that one got me. When the phone started, when I'm sitting there video, and my phone just goes bloop, gone, and then it starts just taking pictures on its own, and then it kills the battery, and I back up, and it does it again, and there's all kinds of crap going on. Then we're standing over there, and Lisa goes, "Do you hear that?" And I'd heard it, the growling. Yeah. I hate
That's what you deny. No, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear I mean, I've only had two places get to me pretty bad. Like one was called is both of them are free actually, but one was the Poorhouse Tunnel, and the other one was freaking Hillsville Courthouse, where Floyd Patterson did a shootout with the police there. That was probably pretty intense. I had a shadow figure, and we really shouldn't have been doing this, but we were young and dumb. We were doing a seance, messing around, because we weren't having that much activity for an investigation, and we're all bored. Because the first time we ever went there, we got so much activity. I got some crazy EVPs. It took a camera that I had set up on the wall and knocked the camera down, knocked chairs down, knocked a flag down, told us how many shots were fired, told us the names of the victims, kept on screaming his name over and over. And I was like all excited about that. And I was like, all right, I want to go back there and do it. Because, if you're having a great experience at a place, you want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an adrenaline rush to you. You feed off of that. So I was like, all right, let's go back. And then we went back, and it was probably about 6 months later, and we didn't really have nothing. We had not that heavy feeling, not the sad feeling. Nothing was coming through the SB7. Nothing was showing up on the full spectrum or anything like that. So one of the guys was like, hey, you guys want to do a seance? And me being naive, I was like, at the time, I was naive with that type of stuff. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. And we did a seance, and he knew all about that. He knew all about all that shit. And what ended up happening is I had a black shadow figure appear right in front of me and engulfed me. Now, the people that have actually seen me and stuff like that, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'4", 250 pounds. I'm not a small guy by no imagination. And all you see my ass going over is, boom. I just pass out. And I woke up and I had Christy over me. I had freaking some other people what's his name was there? People that I cannot mention. We wanted back and try to review the tape. All of our tape was destroyed that night.
Oh, wow.
The whole, the memory card ended up burning up type of thing.
Wow.
I haven't been back to the place since because of that whole experience. And I wanted to go back about 2 years ago, and I didn't go back. And I just haven't had the chance to since then.
Mm-hmm.
So someday, one of these days, I'm going to go back, and I want to see what the hell,
Sure.
But I wanted to see the tape and everything like that, just to see, I'm not crazy, pretty much, freaking, what the hell took me down, man.
Well, I can tell you what they say happens at Hell's Gate. It happens at Hell's Gate. That's not made up at all. Now, I can't say the same for a lot of these other places that we have went,
Yeah.
But there, it's true. It's 100% backed
That's
up.
one place I want to go to. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on that. I've seen you guys' YouTube video on it. I've seen a couple other groups, and I'm really interested in going there.
I mean, well, there are other Hell's Gates, just like there's other Crybaby Bridges, But this our Hell's Gate, what's written about it, it matches up. No bullshit going on. I mean, there's also a tunnel there, supposedly somewhere underneath the cemetery, and that's supposed to be mainly, the portal. That's the reason why it's pretty much named Hell's Gate. It's not really all the satanic stuff going on. It's actually there's supposed to be a portal to this cemetery. Well, beautiful cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery. It's just in a bad location. It's right in the middle of a college. It says right in the middle of on the campus of a college.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the city. Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's right in the city of Spartanburg. So it's in a crappy location, but it's got good stuff. You're locked up, buddy.
Yep, Jake Rose.
Yep.
Well, while he's frozen, I'm gonna go catch that squirrel.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of squirrels, I saw one on the road the other day dead. I almost took a photo of it and sent it to him. Be like, hey, I found you a squirrel.
Ah.
Michael wants to join us. Do you guys want? Do you mind if you have more people come on?
It's fine.
That's good with me. Gorilla tape is
Oh.
that stuff's pretty rough.
He even have personal experiences with that.
Oh my gosh.
I know a place that I would like.
No. I'm gonna say no.
I know a place that I would like to take anybody who wants to collab, go with us. You guys fly over. Anybody. You know, a lot of our problem up here is we pretty much hit all the places in the upstate of South Carolina, and we're running out of places to go.
Same here.
A lot of times that's why we don't really have a lot of videos to keep going, because we don't have nowhere to go. But we haven't got to the coast yet. You know, we haven't went to Charleston or Beaufort yet. And there's some places that I like to investigate down there. Last week, my buddy at work was telling me they do tours in this place, and they do parts. Like you can pay to come back and do part 2.
Huh?
And they give you a tour, and then there's an old jail house down there. And he was telling me the story that there was a lady who, I guess she was some kind of, I don't know what she was. She was a spy or whatever, but she would give information to our military at the time. And got involved with 2 of the officers. Now, back then, that was chargeable offense. You could be put in prison for this crap, for having an affair with an officer back in the day.
Right.
You've always put them damn masks on and throw me all the hell off.
Hey, you wanted to see one with the tongue, so I had to wear it.
Apparently back then it was, you can go to prison for years having an affair with an officer. So this lady had an affair with this officer. Well, she ended up going to jail. She went to prison. She ended up doing 30 years. Well, the officer, he got off and he went to wherever he moved. The lady, while she was in prison, her cell, the window to her cell faced this house that was right out front of her, of the jail. And beside it was a cemetery. Now, this lady had, for the whole time she was in, like she did like 30 years, she'd get in that window and she'd stare at this house. She'd stare at this house. And when she finally got out, released, she ended up moving in this house. She bought this house.
Yeah.
Now every day, time she lived in this house, now she would get in a window, because the cemetery was right next door from it. She would get in that window and she'd stare at the cemetery. And she'd stare at this one specific plot in the cemetery. And then when she had already went through it, you know, she bought the plot. She bought a dress that she wanted to be buried in, and she even had a time frame that she wanted to be buried in. She wanted to be buried at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So when she died, they did exactly that. They buried her at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they buried her in this new dress. Well, there was a little store, a little mom and pop store that sat right beside the house. Well, the shopkeeper or whatever, he was locking up or whatever, and he looked out the window after they had the same few hours after they had buried her. He looked up in that window she would always stand in, and there she's standing in a pink dress. Well, he's like, well, didn't they bury her today? Didn't they bury her? So he goes, calls the authorities or whatever. They come out, and she's not there. Well, long story straight, we go back, we find out that, well, she had an affair with one of the other officers, and he actually got locked up with her, and he was in cell number 1. He happened to have a heart attack and die at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So when they buried him beside her.
Right.
And well, he comes back. They meet up at 1 o'clock every day. And it's also said that if you go into that cemetery at a certain time, as soon as you walk through the gates of that cemetery, hers is right as you walk through the gate. It's right there on the right side. Her grave is right there. You walk in there, and as soon as you're standing there, it just gets ice cold around there until you get away from her grave, and then it's Charleston, hot during the summer.
Right.
So it's
I've been to trails.
extremely cold right there as you get right there in her grave. And they also warn people about standing too close to the gate before you open it, because they had one person that was sitting too close to the gate. They were actually, something pulled them through, reached through the gate, because they were sitting there talking, and they were talking smack about the cemetery and the lady.
Yeah.
Something reached through the gate, yanked them through, and knocked them out, busted their head open. And then other people have stood there and fainted at the gate. Well, then it comes to find out the officer who she first had an affair with, who had left the area, well, he wanted to be buried back there, but there's a cemetery. All right, there's a cemetery there, and then there's a cemetery behind it. Well, he wanted to be buried in that cemetery as well. So when he finally came, he died. They brought him back and they buried him in that cemetery. Well, they believe that at 1 o'clock every day, these people, these women, these two, or these officer and this lady had an affair. That's when they were having their meetup, or meeting up at 1 o'clock every day. That's why she had asked to be buried at 1 o'clock. Not to mention that other man had died at 1 o'clock. And it's weird, but it's curious. I want to see it. But they go in different tours of it. You know, there's different stories. You can do one story, and somebody else is doing another story, another tour at another time. You can pay to do so.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean
I would definitely be interested in that. Now, this is like middle of the daytime type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because like me personally, I don't think it really matters if it's day or night when you're doing an investigation and stuff like that. I think most people would prefer to do it at night just for the creepy factor. Get your adrenaline going a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
I think the second part of the tour, the second story that they go through when you come back, they go into the jailhouse, and then they start with cell number 1 where the other guy had died, and they start there with another whole different story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting stuff. So
It is.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Now, when we went to Hell's Gate the other weekend, it was the middle of the day, and some of that necrophonic stuff we got, it was like, it was creepy. There was one part, we found some railroad tracks, and we remembered there was a crash at one point, and people died. Yeah. So we're like, okay, we're going to do a session here, and we went to walk away from the tracks, and out of nowhere, it said, "Stop, Lisa, red shirt." At no point in the day did we ask them anything about any kind of colors. It just randomly spit this out, and I was like, holy crud.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was trying to seriously get her to, I mean, its attention was on her. Stop, Lisa, red shirt.
Huh.
Crazy.
Here, let me fire this up. I'm going to put the necrophonics. My house is, you guys already know, is extremely haunted. So let's fire it up and see if we get anything.
Okay. Some crazy old lady I get all the time.
All right, can you guys hear that?
A little bit.
All right, if I put it like this way, can you hear it better? Yeah, this is off the white noise.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? Who's here with us?
What?
Did you hear that where it says you're the dead?
Yeah, I heard that.
Is Thomas here with us? Thomas, come out and talk to us.
Huh.
Sounded like you said, hold
It
on.
just said your name.
Do what?
It just said your name.
My name?
Yeah.
They always do. Hey, love Lisa.
Yeah.
But what really gets me is when they say Dustin. I ain't never heard any of that stuff say my name.
Yeah. Say Dustin. Say Dustin. Saying pay up.
But don't go.
Hey, what's going on, Delmo Country? Isn't that the other account? I know Stoops. Dustin, I just said your name.
Y'all want to talk to me?
It already said yes.
Badger.
Where's the dirt at? Where's the dirt at?
Sound like Dustin again.
Yeah. Lisa.
Yeah, I heard that.
Dustin's not said me.
Okay, y'all know our names. What's your name?
What is your name?
That's
Tell
all.
us your name.
But I know you're doing this, Coach. You're doing the necrophonics.
What's that?
Lisa has a good question. She's asked me, and I don't know for sure. I don't know.
What's that?
Lisa's question: do y'all believe, or do you think that spirits can read your mind?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they can play off your fears. They can play off your emotions.
Oh. What the other one
If
was?
somebody's here, can you make a little knock like this?
That. I'll take that as knocking. Yeah, they're repeating it in 3. All that stuff's coming in 3.
He's got
Echo one.
Oh, I guess that's why it's coming in 3.
Oh, I can take it off Echo.
There's a crazy old lady.
I don't know.
Yeah, I run it with the reverb on. Is that Dylan? Thomas, will you come out and play with us? Help you with what?
Bill.
Where's Bill? Well, we already said something about Bill earlier, so that's the second time Bill's been thrown out.
Can you see my name?
I heard it.
mm-hmm.
Said your name. They didn't say Jay. They said Jason.
Only my mama calls me that. They took you where?
Yes.
They took possession.
Yeah, it's her possession.
Who took possession of you?
It sounds like it said they took Thomas. No, I ain't got no demons in my house.
See him?
No, I heard it's him.
I heard it was him.
It sounded like he's here too to me.
I thought it said.
Can you say hello? You see how they all say hello?
That sounded like Thomas.
Yeah. I got like chills. Like the sound. Can you see that?
Yeah.
We're all in agreement. There's a Thomas, and they're speaking of Thomas.
Oh yeah, Thomas is definitely here. Talk to the spirits.
Don't tell me what to
Yeah.
do.
Like, why do you know
Talk to us.
Yeah.
Hey, Star, what's up?
Oh,
that? All right. Well, I'll serve. What the
all right.
do you want with me?
Hey,
Come on, spirits, let's go.
yeah. Hold on, let's hit him with some hard questions. Somebody hit him with a hard question.
What the heck?
Why are you always here?
See it.
Shit, baby.
Because you invited him.
Burning
No,
all
it said bones.
my everywhere.
No, seriously, rewind it. It said bones.
Oh.
Hmm.
Are your bones in Jay's house?
Might be under.
Or under it? Near it?
No.
Yeah.
Why won't you ever leave me alone?
Oh.
Can't.
Can't.
Or can't.
Do you at least like me?
Oh, poor Dave.
I think it does like you, or it would have done lit by now. Those dogs.
Well,
Who is here with us? No, I don't, Carrie. Carrie asked if we had burial grounds around us. No, the nearest cemetery is a long ways away. I live in a floodplain. They ain't gonna bury bodies in a floodplain. It'd be really awkward.
True.
Very.
Driving down Main Street and there's a casket float by you.
Can you give us a sign of your presence? Can you move that jersey? Can you move that door back there? Can you do something? Run. I ain't running. Shit. Come on now.
You can't.
Sprint? No. No, I'm not afraid.
Dixie. One.
No, seriously, move that door back there and move that jersey. You ain't gonna scare me. Trust and believe on that.
Get up.
No, there's nothing back there buried.
What, the closest cemetery to your house is what?
About a mile and a half away, and there's never been no burials here or nothing like that. This has always been a floodplain. You gonna make your presence known? Can you knock? Can you go over and touch Lisa or Dustin or Brandon and Carissa?
Make my giggle. Make me giggle.
Make my
No. Hey, do you guys have an SB7 or anything like necrophonics?
we have
We have
necrophonics.
necrophonics.
Right at your house.
Oh, jeez.
My phone only got 38%.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
And they say they want to go on vacation.
Lisa, it came on. Lisa, right out the gate. Lisa.
It said F you.
Who you talking to like that, woman?
Can y'all hear it? Kill. It said kill.
There's my crazy old woman.
Hey, where's my remote that I lost in the 3rd grade?
You
Y'all
shoved,
motherfuckers took it.
you shoved it up your bum and lost it.
Yeah, whatever happened to my Cobra Commander action figures? Where'd it go?
Barbecue's over.
And no, Nemo, I'm not scared. I like doing these.
Still. Dixie May.
Who said F you?
That stupid thing clever.
Yo.
What's his name?
So. Yeah, I know you're scared.
Tell me what my birthday is.
What's Jay's birthday? June? No.
Kind of like December 14th or something like that.
June's my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, can't help you.
How many spirits are here? You just said my name.
I say 14.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Hey, Lisa, have fun
Yeah.
sleeping tonight.
What are the names of these 14?
There's no woman.
Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me why you're here?
A good bar.
You know that.
Is there any of my family members here with us?
What's up, Salem?
It's safe.
Oh, finally, Salem decided to show up. Hey, Salem, you guys want to come on with us?
Help. You get help.
Are you trying to help me? Or do you need help?
Oh, well, they need to help you, that's for sure.
Damn
All
straight.
the help I can get.
If you're like me, there's no help out there.
Who else is on the computer with us?
Salem, are you going to come on with us?
That's what it said.
Well, we know you're not on the computer. I tell you what, can you play with the picture? You take some of the energy from the computer? Yes.
You take.
You take. I
It
can't
told
take.
you. It told you.
I have the ability to take the energy from the computer. You do it.
You just crashed.
Can you do something to Dustin's hat?
Your way.
I'm trying to get rich and come on with this.
I'm getting coffee.
I'm getting coffee.
Would you like some?
I didn't know y'all could actually hear that.
I'm going to get some. You can't
Hey,
have
oh
any.
God, and Dustin's gonna knock us over.
Why?
At least tonight, I actually made coffee the first try.
I do too. I have a Keurig.
We don't have a Keurig. We got Mr. Coffee pot.
What kind of coffee does Lisa drink?
I'll tell them we don't want to come on with us.
Don't put it no more. You can unplug it. That's why I laid it there. Did you say Thundercat?
What was your favorite TV show? How long you been dead?
I got a question. What the fuck? Okay, something just made a noise over here. Is anybody here from an investigation that we've done? Yeah.
Where we pick you up at?
Maybe so.
How long you been with us?
Awesome.
What do you want?
You gotta be nicer to
You
him.
don't call my name. What do you want?
Yeah.
He's so mean to them, I swear.
Yeah. Answers.
That was my pitch. Why are you here?
What?
Ghost.
Or her ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware that you're a
I was
ghost?
saying a sentence and you ruined it.
So what? Tell me something.
Your house is haunted.
No, it's not.
Oh, guys. Sam's going to come on with us.
Okay.
That's cool, dude.
Yay!
What do you think about that?
Because I was having a bad hair day. That's why I have a hat on.
Are we not allowed to wear hats inside?
Hi.
Okay, I just sent them the link. They should be on here momentarily.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Next time, though. Next time. Appreciate you letting us slide this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Much love. How old are you?
Oh,
The girl never gives her age.
no, they wouldn't.
No, they
ask
were
me.
saying what
They
the
were, I turned the necrophonic off, and I don't know if they realized that.
I heard my first encounter with the spirits. I heard Brace. Brace.
Oh no,
I heard Brace. What about Brandon?
Brandon, what was your first experience with the ghost or paranormal?
Yeah.
Wait, Jay.
That is kind of creepy. No, I really don't remember. It was off and on. I do remember seeing before my grandmother died in '99 of cancer. I do remember being down at her house, and I could visualize the funeral before we actually had the funeral.
Right.
It was a weird statement, like a weird, I don't know. Can't really explain it. It's just really strange on how it ended up.
Yeah. Now, Salem, what was you guys's? You and Richie's?
Mine was after my mom passed. I was sitting in class.
What?
I was about 15, 16. And I remember that I got like a feeling like something was very wrong. Like something wasn't right. And I kept thinking something ain't right. About that time, 10 minutes after, my brother had come and told me that my mother had passed. And then after that, just stuff started happening. And
what do you guys use when you guys doing investigations and stuff? Do you use the SB7 more often, the full spectrum, Necrophonics app? What do you find?
I like the necrophonics.
Like,
I like testing them side by side, and I don't know, they kind of like say the same thing almost, but I can read the necrophonic better.
Right. Now, have you ever tried an Ovulus?
I've seen them. No.
To me, it seems like the same thing as necrophonics. Now, I like to get one of the apps where it actually shows what, like the words, what they're saying when it comes through.
Yeah.
Ghost Radio?
That's the Ovulus.
That's the
they're expensive.
Yeah. Like, my favorite piece is, like, honest to God truth, I mean, it's the cheapest one I have. It's even cheaper than Necrophonics. Is going to be the EVP recorder.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, like, you can't dispute stuff that you have, and you can actually rewind it and play it back. Because how many times you get something on the Necrophonics or the SB7 or something like that you want to listen to again and slow down?
Yeah.
To find out what it actually was saying, Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
We went to the garage. Me and Lisa got on the cell phone and heard the little boy say yes.
Awesome.
Even she heard it. Well, I heard it with my ears, and she heard it with her ears. And I looked at her and I said, "You just say yes."
Yeah.
Then we went back and played it, and it was on the cell phone.
Have you gone there anytime lately?
Yeah, we went
today. It's all flooded.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, I went inside today.
Jay
one will go and do something.
Oh, something
I
about
asked you guys
tomorrow.
to go. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I forgot it was like Memorial Day weekend.
Don't you think it's funny that you have certain paranormal investigators out there that claim to be atheists, but yet they're a paranormal investigator?
So they're an atheist
Yeah.
and they do a paranormal investigation.
Yep.
Well, if they're atheists, then it's kind of like I don't know. That's a tricky ass.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our channel, throw us a like, throw us a sub. We're trying to get to 100 subs before we end our, I don't know, what do you fucking call these things? Season?
Streams.
I'm going to call them episodes. I don't know.
He's gonna have a brain fart.
We're doing 16.
What the fuck you call this shit? What am I doing up here?
Well, I don't know. Like, do you think we should make our episodes into audio versions only too, or just leave it on YouTube like this?
If it helps, do it.
Yeah.
What we're doing?
Yeah.
We can always
what's
experiment and
easiest?
see what we can, see what we can do.
No, seriously, y'all go share the crap out of these guys and get their subs they need.
Let's see if we can't get them up to 100 by the end of the weekend.
That's right.
I want to get up to 100. Honestly, that's our goal. I think it's
It's like your first milestone.
yeah, that's our first thing. You know, I'm trying to get freaking monetized or nothing like that. We're not going to because we do put it as a strictly adult and stuff like that. But if you guys are not busy, you can always subscribe to Resurrection Paranormal.
That's a good.
Fine channel we have.
That's a good channel.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better go check it out right now.
Yes.
Please go check it out.
All my subs when I started my channel over because I deleted my last YouTube channel. I lost everything. So I was like brand new. I'm like up to like 30.
Badass
What
man,
happened
too.
to the
I like
necrophonic, Lisa?
Oh.
Oh
I don't
shit,
know.
she calling you out.
Do I need to turn it back on?
You want to do ours for a little bit?
Shit's gonna get real, so I'm gonna do this. Go right ahead now.
Well, I got mine ready too. We can go outside.
You can go out. You want to take this outside? You want to take this outside?
Yeah.
Of course,
It's been raining.
Do you really want to touch his hands?
Yeah, when it rains, it gets like crazy shit up here.
You want to fight me?
Like the light of the night. We got like one of them doorbell ringers. We got like one of them doorbell ringers. It was raining one night, and I couldn't sleep, so I started looking on the camera, and I have it posted, and it was like a light that kept going back and forth, and that's where I want to walk out to.
Like a snake.
Yeah, it looked like a. It wasn't like a. It was like a long. It's like a long light.
That was weird because you guys sent it to me too, and it like almost looked like a. It was long and white. It was like. I'm going in and out of the darkness.
That too, it was long and white.
Wow.
And it kept moving back and forth.
Maybe knock my head off, Sam. What the hell?
Oh shit! I'm busy.
Oh shit, Sam.
We love you, Jerry. We love you.
Oh, shit.
Oh gosh.
Terrorist, dude, it was like it's been raining here for like what, Salem, about last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Tuesday.
Yeah, we was out there digging up the yard to make the water go down the hill. I was like, hell no, not today, Felicia. We ain't getting flooded.
I called my Native American friends. I'm like, y'all need to stop fucking dancing now. We're good. You know what I'm saying? No more rain dance, please.
Are you
We
okay?
couldn't go into Greenhill Park.
Dustin was the first one I contacted. I was like, please stop. We were talking about that dam above our house freaking breaking or not securing. That's why the cops showed up asking us to evacuate.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was my
Oh.
house on the news. Like I said, I made national news. Like our house literally made national news.
Oh, damn.
Literally.
I don't know. I was
Like-
kind of glad it quit raining.
So how you do? Like it said 13 on the news, but it was actually only 12 houses that evacuated. I stayed still. I'm like, fuck you.
That's the next guy on the news dancing.
Dude, I was trying to show them my goat, and they fucking edited that part. I had it outside the window and everything like that. I was up to the window. I had my. Never mind. I ain't gonna explain it to you right now. So I'm gonna get banned.
Wow.
But it was a goat.
And the hotel.
Lordy.
Why do you guys always go quiet after I talk?
We're just waiting to see what comes out next.
Or try to
Because we
examine what
lived
the
it.
fuck you said.
My name is Jay.
Yeah.
Carla, what the hell you
Here to
doing?
witness this.
Just trying to get.
I was going outside.
Yeah, I'm telling him a second.
Oh.
Give me 2 seconds.
I was going outside too. I'll be back.
He didn't
Right
show
here.
us
I'm
what-
water.
He's gonna try to see if he can see a long white squirrel.
I don't phone bust my ass. That would suck. It's like wet.
What are you doing, Jay?
Be like Jay and fall down the hill and bust my ass.
Yeah.
She's like,
I ain't got no video of that. It didn't happen.
This is like, well, you can't see. It's too dark. But where I'm standing is where I seen the light, the long white light.
Well,
This is where she saw it. Where's that Richie?
Outside. It's probably gonna say Lisa's name again. I come outside because I don't want them inside.
Lisa,
Yes.
something long and white is gonna say your name.
Well, if it says my name, you know, it needs to be checked out, or I'm going to be rich. One of the two.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna pull myself off.
oh,
This pee break is brought to you by Miller Lite. Tastes great. Let's do it.
take a break while we're watching. Make sure Salem gets her out.
Is anybody outside with me right now? Jane Johnson. Did you hear that, Lisa?
Yeah, I heard it.
God, I got chill bumps.
Set up.
Jane Johnson, did you follow us home?
Yep.
I got chill bumps in my ass. Hey, Lisa. Was somebody outside of our property the other night? There was like a white light. Was that you? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Anything you want to ask, Lisa?
Why did you follow Salem?
Where did Brandon go?
I don't know. But yeah, Flyer, this isn't the first time that Salem's done a necrophonic app and it said my name. Like, over a live stream.
Damn, that loves you.
I know.
Crazy.
Where the hell is the host?
He's taking a pee break.
Where's
How
the
long
other
does it
host?
take for him to take a pee break?
Oh, I don't know what Brandon's doing. I know Jay's taking a pee break.
He's taking a long pee break. Now it done got quiet now.
Yep. Is the little boy there?
Hello? Is anybody there now?
I don't know.
Well, I guess it's our show now.
Hey.
On it go. Is the little boy there that we spoke with when we visited? Yes.
Where did Brandon go?
I don't know.
He playing with it.
He gone on a poo break. Everybody who got a poo.
That's right.
Do y'all remember Jay?
What is that?
It sounded like, oh, F word.
Yes, yeah, just said yep. Yep.
Well, what about me? Remember me?
Do you remember Dustin?
She didn't remember.
Word. Y'all drinks too?
Oh, I got it.
We'll walk up.
No, that's like, wait a minute.
Again.
We'll walk up on the road, then hit the work.
Oh, he's gonna walk over to the land. Here, hold this.
Okay.
That works.
Richie taking me in the creepy time. I'm about to bless the house.
Can you say Star's name? She posted. She back. Listen, Dustin.
Sound like they're talking to each other. What are you doing? Fine.
How old is the little boy?
He's back.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yep.
I told you he went for a poo break.
I don't know, but something spooky. Is.
Oh hell, I got chill bumps up the butt.
Hey, you're okay. Or,
Did you ever fall asleep with your necrophonic crap out?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
But
But I had on my phone
I did.
beside me.
sometimes I just leave my EVP recorded just to hear the sounds of my house at night.
How do you hear over your snoring?
Hmm.
I'm just kidding. Jeez.
Justin, we're
I
friends,
can't go
right?
past that.
Yeah, we're friends.
What
Bro.
happened?
All right, can you switch spots with her?
This is my spot.
Move your ass.
No, this is my
Move
side.
your ass up.
Why are we
Come on.
switching
Move
spots?
your ass up. Come on.
No, this is
Move
my
your
side.
spot.
This is always my side. Come back over here.
Go,
Who you gonna listen to, me or Jay?
Jay.
Oh shit.
Can't
Oh, with that big dick energy.
get her to move. You
Oh,
got
that
a
don't
butt
matter. It's
tickler
on the
on
phone.
you, Salem.
I can't even walk past the phone pole when it cuts out.
Uh-oh.
Is that you
I
doing
love
that, Jay?
it. Sounds like doing like a fucking like 1980s fucking style video.
Instead of the pistol.
No, we can't even walk past the one pole. It cuts out.
Oh, really? Damn it.
That's weird. Never done that.
You don't want to wear my hat backwards, Dustin. That brings up my eyes.
Okay, Miss Twitch. You know that. You know the picking at the doggy.
Blue sky.
I miss blue skies.
Is it kind of like blue balls?
Dustin, I'm looking at you. Blue, blue.
What is it?
Blue eye brother.
Oh, it just we ain't gonna do this much longer because I don't want to interrupt the show. But it just said 4 people coming down the road.
Oh, really?
I wonder if it's from the other
What's
house.
behind you? Hey, Salem, seriously, what's behind you?
Oh,
You
is
keep on
anybody
like
behind
having
us?
this, like, oh, no bullshit. You have like this little white light that keeps on flying behind you.
On my flashlight.
And the flashlight's in
Oh,
front of
okay.
Richie.
That right there, you see it?
What is that?
Not my
Our road
flashlight.
is pitch dark. We're like standing in the middle of the road,
It's Richie's
pitch dark.
flashlight.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm just
when
like
I-
seeing this little white. I'm like, holy
Oh.
shit, y'all gonna get it like a motherfucking need exorcism or something.
Yeah, Richie's beside me.
You have those.
Yeah, Richie. Is somebody following us? Yes. I just said yes. Why are you following us? Oh hell no. I need to go back.
She froze.
Not the junior, there we go.
Okay.
What are you doing there with that French fries, huh?
It's a little lamp.
You give that French fry some Viagra.
Hey. Hey, what's your name?
She's making the choke sound as he was doing it.
Oh heck no, that's crazy. Yep. Who are you?
Mm-mm.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Yes, definitely. Come down and do one with us.
Duh, God. Careful. Or-
Instead of saying
We're still
careful,
at the Jay's house.
Carla.
Huh?
Instead of saying
Listen to-
careful, you should have say Carla.
Yes.
Where's my man? Where's Richie at?
Oh, over here smoking.
No.
He's having this cigarette.
What is that Brandon got on him? A cat?
I mean, that's like a. Ooh, that ain't no cat.
No, it's a dog.
Can I have my damn
Richard said, is that a cat?
This little rat on wheels. Come on now.
crap?
It's so puppy. Get up in that dog.
It's weird we couldn't pass that room on.
No.
She's trying to steal his fries.
Well, what is everybody doing?
Watching you. Watching the puppy.
Oh. Hey, let me see.
Hi, bud. I know you hungry.
All right. Let's try this again. What's that? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Does this sound like it has Down syndrome when it talks to you? Oh. Who are you afraid of?
You want to help me?
You're the one that's doing it.
Did you hear who they said they're afraid of?
I'm trying to
Lisa,
Steal it.
Lisa, you scaring them away.
Give it. Steal it.
I'm trying to feed myself and my dog wants
What kind of crap is that?
She stole it.
Hey, Brandon, is this whistle like your dog?
Do what? Ow!
Do what?
You little shit, you bit me.
What did you say, Jay?
It whistled at Brandon's dog. It really did. It's a puppy.
You're gonna be shitting fries tonight, dog.
Can you give us a sign of your presence on here?
Get the ring.
Oh, he's doing this thing real quick.
You dead.
Jesus.
You don't want it.
Not posting that one.
Go ahead, please.
It has a 30 buddy.
Oh.
Oh, he did it anyway.
That is very true. What? I think you're out there. You need a helmet for yourself.
Yeah, I heard that.
Who's here with us right now? Fuck me, fuck you.
Well,
He must not like you.
Richie said he must not like you.
He likes me. Do you love me? Do you love me? Now tell me, baby boy. Yeah. He's the son of your presence. All right. Can you do this? Do this. How old are you? Were you murdered?
Said you.
Something's behind you.
Huh?
It says something was behind me. Reach for what? Reach for Dustin.
Something about pants.
Get the hell away from my pants.
I know. I would cut this out of me.
Is it Garfield?
Did you say Garfield?
Garfield.
Yeah.
It just said it.
Missed it.
Seriously, rewind it and listen. The whisper comes out, Garfield.
What color is the cat?
What color is the cat?
Red, I heard it.
Yeah.
Red.
Sorry, Lauren. My bad.
Can you just give us a clear sign of your presence by saying everybody that's here? Everybody be quiet for 2 seconds. Dustin, Lisa, who else is here? Jason, Carissa, Richie, do you know who I am? Say my name if you know me.
Nope. Nope. Freaking
Oh,
Say my name if you know who I am. Is there a demon in this house?
I can't do it.
No, is there a demon in this house? Can you just say yes or no?
Please listen.
Does it sound like it said yes?
Looks like something was behind you. Where?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like it said mixture too. Can you say star? Say star.
Lay down, Pasha. Lay down.
Say star.
Go. Come on.
Y'all didn't see my ass.
Oh, we did.
cheek.
I didn't see it that time.
Odd.
Oh,
What's odd? Is Jay's ass odd?
See? Even Fly ever seen your booty.
why do people want to lick my booty, bro?
No, nobody said anything about licking your booty. No.
Lisa said, heck no.
Jared, what kind of weird shit is Jay into?
You might not want to know.
And you,
Right, Lauren.
He got really quiet.
blinded by the light, my sexy white ass.
Yeah, you blinded them and they quit talking.
Can you do a clear sign of your presence here? Say a full sentence. Do I see what?
Behind you.
Oh, I can't see behind me. I got the lights off. Can you show yourself right here? Can you make your presence known? But seriously, like, show yourself. Let's see what you got. You can use my energy. You can use everybody's energy out of the house, even the dogs and the cat. I'll even give you a Miller Lite.
Go right through it. Make it feel like a pissed itself.
Imagine if ghosts could get drunk.
All you want is a
No.
fucked up drunk ass ghost.
Oh, 11:40. Huh? I said the same thing. Something was behind him.
Come in front of me. If you're behind me, come right here. Sit right in my lap.
I don't think
Sit
you
on
want to do
the
Go there and sit on his lap and see what pops up. I don't think you like that answer.
No, Bella.
For her to
That says possession. Possession. Did y'all hear that? Yes. Possession,
I'm
yes.
not scared either.
So I guess we did see it. Hold on.
That's the second time we've heard that.
Yeah, I heard something say it just a second.
They trying to take possession of somebody.
Don't take possession of me. I'm not a very nice person. I try to be kind. Do you hear I'm a good person?
Flyover makes a good point. Maybe it is asking you if it can take possession.
I heard that.
No, it cannot.
Yes.
Am I a good person?
Did you hear that too, Dustin?
What?
Did what it said possession?
Mm-hmm.
Could you?
Can you say hi to Star?
Sounded like it said yes.
Say hi to Star. Right there. Did you guys hear that? That's fast, but it said hi, Star.
Oh, give me a second.
Can you say hi to Salem?
Yeah, you need to tell them to take the energy for something else. They want to possess you, man.
Yes. Demon.
Oh, that's what it's a warning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Demons coming to possess him.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen.
We'll see. Did you hear that, Dustin? We'll see.
Or we'll see.
We'll see.
Come.
Yeah.
Come.
Jesus fucking Christ. My cat just scared the shit out of me. Like, I have my arm over here. That cat's tail just like brushed against me.
Won't know it. You won't know it.
I will know it because my faith in Christ is strong.
No, Buster, no.
Is Jesus real? Is there an afterlife?
Watch the shadow on his wall.
Yeah, I seen. That's what I said. I seen something behind Jay.
You see it moving back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, window.
Is that me though?
Oh, that's him. That's him. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I seen something like earlier, like behind, like it was standing directly behind him.
We're all listening to you. You got so many, like, 11 people listening to you.
That didn't sound good. Whatever, keep making it out.
I'm gonna put it on echo. Okay. Who's gonna get possessed?
Message.
Lisa.
That thing's spitting out some names are giving me chill bumps.
Is Jason gonna get possessed? Yes or no?
Sure.
Sure.
Why do you want to possess him?
You should.
Is it on echo, Jay?
Yeah.
Let me take it off the echo.
All right, turn off echo.
I do the reverb.
Who's gonna get possessed?
It's you, bro.
Yep.
What's that?
It's
Jason.
you.
Just said your name, Jason.
If I get possessed, when you guys here, come throw some holy water on me.
That'll take
I
care
got
of
it up on the shelf.
That'll take care of
They
you.
call
Right
it
where you
verses.
Stay on the closest.
No.
All right, for real, guys, I was literally just touched.
I told you something's behind you. I seen it.
there. Something's moving back and
It
forth.
was standing right behind you.
Yep.
I really felt like I was just touched, and I looked over and thought it was my cat. It wasn't my cat.
It looks like the thing that was in your basement.
I've been watching. Something's moving back and forth behind your Right
Dang,
shoulder.
I'm getting chill bumps. See, even Dustin said I seen it walking behind him.
Lisa sees it. She's pointing it out. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there.
Right against the window.
Yeah,
What's that?
I'm not good. Ask it if it likes to stand by the window.
Yeah, it's right there.
It keeps saying your name over and over.
No.
Jay. It'll say Jay, Jason.
You all ain't gonna possess me.
Why do you want to possess Jason?
What?
What do you think, Dustin? Wow.
Huh?
It just said, what do you think, Dustin?
I think you need to leave Jason the hell alone. Is what I think.
There's something definitely there, buddy.
Mm-hmm. See, now he's getting that feeling because it was standing behind him because I've seen it and Dustin's seen it and Lisa.
What's that?
Said me, Lisa, and Dustin all seen it behind you.
The flyover sees it too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Flyover's seen it too. 4 people. And Richie said he's seen something. 5 people.
Black and red. I can tell you that much.
I already have some.
Ask him a question, Jay.
What's that?
Ask him if he likes to come from your basement.
Do you like coming from my basement?
I think it just answered me.
I just seen a.
I think it said, of course.
I might be seeing shit, but I just seen a face over your left shoulder. Right between his.
That's right.
It's what's in your basement, Jay, that's upstairs. Ask it if it was the one that threw something at you.
Was it the one? Are you the one that wants to possess me? Are you the one that threw something at me?
Richie.
What was that?
What was that?
What was that knock noise?
What?
Oh, Lord.
What knock?
I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing behind his back. Show yourself. Come out in front of him.
Yeah, come on in front of me.
I've seen it.
Dude. Bro.
I keep looking at the screen. Yep.
Then get up.
Get up.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Felicia.
He said, not today.
Can you make a knock? Can you go like this? Or like this?
Can you make another knock noise?
No, 3 knocks.
Can you do that? Can you do this?
Just didn't let me see.
It just said Richie. Richie.
What did you say, Jason?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Richie,
What's that?
Dustin.
I heard Judgment Day.
I didn't make it up.
Ooh.
I just heard the name Michael.
Well, let's see how much power you got. Knock 3 times on the wall.
Can you do this?
Huh? What? You need to send it back to the basement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I
Who
just
was
heard
that?
Yeah, what was that?
What?
Was that you, Jerry?
there was knocking.
It was knocking 3 times.
Yeah.
Gary.
I didn't turn it off.
Gary.
Lauren heard it too.
Who all heard the knocking? I heard it.
I heard it.
Brandon and Krista heard it. Lauren heard it.
It sounded like someone knocked on his table or something.
Awesome.
Sort of like,
My hands are right here.
Did somebody just say I see you?
we see
Okay,
you
yes.
hurt yourself more.
Yeah, it said I see you, and it said yes after I said that. What? It said I see you.
In my head.
All right, you see us. Let's show yourself.
Yeah.
Can you make a shadow go across the wall?
Nice one.
Maybe.
What did you say? Also knock 3?
Right there in front of us.
Knock 3.
Someone came right across his daggone left shoulder in front of him.
What?
Looks like
It was white.
a window.
Yeah.
Might have been a reflection off of that.
That's not like Dustin.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm done with this necrophonics.
Now you gotta say goodbye now, bitch.
Yeah, you gotta get him to say bye.
Bye. Talk later.
There's
Yeah,
sign-
you know I'll talk later.
You need to clear it out and say in Jesus' name, amen.
In Jesus' name, amen. What's she doing?
I'll never tell.
Carolyn.
Hey, seriously, look at the ghost bumps I got. When I said Jesus' name, amen. All right, good night. Goodbye.
Richie said you need to tell it to leave your house.
What? Then I won't have any friends.
Richie said don't cut it off yet.
Hey, Salem.
Yeah.
Can you get in that house across from you?
Not yet.
I can talk to them.
Yeah, we can talk to them. We haven't because of the flood and summertime. They'll be out there working and stuff. But I definitely want to get in that house.
He was talking about going to the tunnel this weekend.
What's the weather going to be like up there?
I don't even know. I hope not raining. Yeah.
Pull out the best ghost hunter ever day.
And Dustin and Lisa.
And Dustin and Lisa.
And Brandon.
That's what he's getting. Give him a minute here.
We got the chat. We've got
Carrie,
Carrie,
Star.
Nate, Star.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I can't see the chat. All of them are good.
It's just
Which is
called
like-
SouthCacks Adventures, Dustin and Lisa.
Huh?
On YouTube.
SouthCacks.
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 Yes. All right. Adventures.
Oh,
No,
just the
just the
SouthCacks.
SouthCacks. We changed it.
Is that right?
Yep. The South. That's right. Well, it's the
Yeah,
South.
right there on YouTube. Make sure you guys all show some love. Sub. Everything else. On Twitter. I know you guys' name on Twitter.
Richie
Aw.
loves you.
Richie loves everybody.
Uh-huh.
He's so full of love.
Yes. Even though he's scared of dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit was funny.
Thank you, Carrie.
Yep. Good night, Carrie.
Okay.
Night.
That's the one on Twitter. This one.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. All right. Star, put your name down. All right. Now Brandon's. Underscore. Yeah, he calls himself White Lightning.
I like it.
Yeah, because I could be hell on wheels and they don't want to see that.
And of course, me,
Yours.
one and only.
Twister Love 1985.
Happy me. Show some love. And my YouTube.
Aw, thank you, Carrie.
YouTube.
I'll switch account.
Resurrection Paranormal.
Hell yeah. I couldn't call it erection because Brandon. All right. Who else, my friend? Start with your username. And Carrie, what's yours?
I sent you a text, Barry.
Oh yeah. Also show some.
Now you see it.
Yeah.
I was trying to read the comments. I'm on a cell phone.
Ran for life.
Yeah. Make sure she follows that. Everybody.
Twisted Love, 1995.
Hell yeah. Fam for life.
Yep.
This is all about.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Star, what's yours?
Stars underscore bars underscore.
Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, make sure you all follow Star. She's good shit. It's part of the fam for life.
Always.
Better not forget Carla sitting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Sitting right
I
there.
remember this one. At Salem, BA Paranormal. What's the rest of it?
Salem, Virginia Paranormal. Whatever. I was in there.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow Salem. Is that correct?
That is.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Don't forget Nate.
And ours. Nate's.
Oh, yeah. At Tracer Gross.
Jay's like, this is so much work.
Kid made one huge.
And why wasn't Nate up here tonight?
He just came in not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messaged him. I'm like, hey, you're missing the big call out.
Oh.
Woo.
All right. Who
And we-
else? Carrie.
in this big ass cup.
Big ass coop.
That cup is named Sally.
He still got that big ass
Call
coop.
Sally.
Yup.
You tell him if he don't stop following me, by God, I'm coming over there. I'm coming to Oklahoma.
Anybody else?
Fortune.
What's flyovers thing at?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Question.
Pretty sure it's just at Flyover Country. Let me double check.
I think so.
Okay, it's at Flyover Country without the Y 10.
Put that in the comments and I'll fucking put it on.
Okay. There you go. Hey, what's up, Mama? We know you love your cup, Nate. I think everybody loves your cup.
And
Sally
make
gets
sure you
one
guys
on
give
the
her a
bottle
follow.
of.
Thing's huge.
Your mama's back.
What is
Hey,
your
Mom.
mama's? What's Dustin's mom's?
That's her handle.
SouthCack Mama.
Oliver.
SouthCack M.
Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, give her a follow too. Show some love. And again, follow. All right, guys. We're gonna be off for the night. You guys have a great night. Deuces.
Oh, y'all too. See y'all.
Night, guys. Love y'all.
Bye. Night, y'all.
All right,
Much
love all
love.
y'all. Love you, Mama.
Peace.